right, man. What is happening, y'all? It's a little bit different today, a little bit of a different look over here in PMP land, but we're getting it together. We're getting our scene together. I've had a hell of a day today, kids. And by the way, the reason we had to readjust the show or adjust the time today is because I had a morning straight out of the depths of hell, dude, in the San Francisco DMV, okay, on Baker Street. Not up here in Marin where I live. Don't send me to Corte Madera. Don't send me to New Novato. Kick my ass back to the city. So, Tony, I was walking around the city today dealing with some DMV license renewal nonsense. Anyway, I got all my stuff taken care of. I appreciate you guys kind of adjusting with us and working with your schedules. Great to see Scott Saunders. Great to see Rags. Happy 420, Leah Phillips, Scarlet Fire, Anthony Merkovich, John Joseph, on and on and on it goes. Tony, I'm sensing a theme real quick. Scarlet Fire, what's happening? We see that because of the 420 start time today, which, by the way, kids, is not a coincidence. We kind of, because I said 4 o'clock, and then Tony goes, well, what do you mean? Why not just do 420? I said, done, sold. It's already done. We're doing 420. So because we're doing 420, Escobar, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by today. Miguel, same to you. Patty from Napa, I appreciate you guys rolling with the changes here. Shout out REO Speedwagon. Yes. As soon as you are able. Not a bad track, man. I'll defend it. I'll defend roll with the changes. And it was used very effectively on one of the seasons of Cobra Kai. I remember they came back from Cobra Kai, and it was like the opening montage with roll with the changes. It was amazing. Anyway, yes. Since everybody here is, and here's another guy, dude, Candlestick Kid. Here's another guy. Tony, check it out. Half Moon Burke. Okay. Nice. Half Moon Burke. And dude, Half Moon Burke, here's his quote. You need a 420 show after a trip to the DMV homes. You ain't kidding. And by the way, I'm going to make sure all of you guys can experience the misery I was dealing with this morning, because I actually documented it. I took some pictures and sent them to Tony, and I'll put those up in a little bit. But Tony, real quick, since everyone's talking about grass, okay, and we're doing this 420 show, grass, ganja, Buddha, the homegrown, the whole thing. Why don't we just announce this right now? The musical assignment for this week, kids, get ready, start cracking the books. Songs about the devil's lettuce, okay? Songs about ganja, songs about marijuana, songs about Mary Jane. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Whose lettuce again, Paulie?
The devil's lettuce, they call it.
Satan, aka the devil.
Okay, we got new sound now. Creative Tony's on the case now. When I was at the DMV, obviously Creative Tony was doing some work for the show. Now, is that Stephen A? Is that who I hear?
That's Stephen A. Smith from Happy Gilmore too, dude. I watched it again with my kids. I gotta say, it gets a little better with time. The cameos, you appreciate the cameos. I still don't appreciate Travis Kelce, but you appreciate the cameos. And dude, Stephen A. I didn't catch this the first time through, but Stephen A. is talking about that Happy Gilmore has been possessed by none other, or made a deal with none other than
Satan, aka the devil.
That's from the movie.
The devil. By the way, I want to ask a quick question of you, Creative Tony Ryan. Since you told me a couple of days ago, maybe last week, Monday, I don't know. It's all a blur. Yeah. Shout out Stella Blue. It all rolls into one. It all melts into a dream. Tony, didn't you tell me the movie sucks and I shouldn't watch it? And now you're jumping on the mic today saying I've just watched for the second time. What's going on down at the Creative Tony house in San Carlos? Why are you watching this thing twice if you hate it so much? Go ahead.
I don't know, Paul. Actually, I have 2 young children that wanted to watch it the second time. I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll dive back in because it's better than watching all the freaking shorts and all the reels and all the BS that they want to watch normally, where it's like, I don't know.
Tony, Tony, reels. Okay? Reels. Hey, Dad, check out this reel. Bro, dude, my kids used to pull me aside and make me watch other kids playing video games on YouTube. I'm like, only because you're my kids, I'm going to deal with this for a few minutes. But I got to tell you, inside I was dying. I'm like, I hate everything going on right now. Tony, reels, buddy, dude, reels.
How about this? How about the families that plan like prank videos on each other, and they've got like millions of views, dude, but it's all they're going around the house. Like there's one father-daughter that my daughter watches, where it's basically they order stuff from Amazon, but they don't know what it is. They'll just somebody else will order the packages, and the packages will show up like, ooh, what's this package? And they'll open it up, and I cannot believe what gets eyeballs these days. But that's I don't know, an example of the reels. So instead of watching the reels, I'll dive into Happy Gilmore 2 for a second time, and it gets better with age, I will say.
Hey, Tony, I want to say something real quick. You remember the JFK quote, very famous quote, where he said, ask not what you can do for your country, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Real quickly, I'm going to juxtapose that and mix it and jumble it up a little bit. And I got to talk to my friend Rags in New Jersey, because Rags is coming in with a little comment here. And he goes as follows, quote, one of my friends at the gym is married to the director of Gilmore 2. His name is Ryan Roberts. Check him out in the credits. Okay, Rags.
Nice.
Ask not what you can do for PMP, but what can PMP do for you? I got an assignment for you, Rags. Here's what you want to help the show out. Here's what you do. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, get your ass back to that gym and say, hey, Ryan Roberts, I need you to get on my friend Paulie Mac's show for an interview about Happy Gilmore 2. Rags, get cracking. I'm going to hold you to this. Want to talk to Ryan Roberts on the air, and then Tony, you can have like a whole cinematography discourse with this guy who is the second director. Rags, let me know when you booked it, okay? Thank you.
I love it, and I will congratulate him on having I think Adam Sandler contacted 88 people to try and do cameos, and I think 74 cameos are in the movie. It's entertaining, man. It's entertaining, but I want to say
changing your tune. You've changed your tune quite a bit from it sucks to it's entertaining. I'm just fascinated. I'm fascinated.
I didn't like just the forced Travis Kelce. I just didn't like the forced Travis Kelce.
Nobody does, Tony. Nobody likes Travis Kelce being forced on him. No.
Yeah, and it's forced. But there's other moments that are good. There's other moments that made me chuckle. I wasn't laughing out loud. I was just chuckling, or it might have been a guffaw, but it wasn't like a full-on LOL, right? But Paulie, I also want to say, you said you have an assignment for Rags. Well, dude, guess what? We have John Joseph working behind the scenes. He's suggesting that we get the manager of the Portland Pickles on from the baseball team, the Portland Pickles, that some of the PMP Familia backs. So, and they're doing really well up there in Portland, Oregon. So we might talk off the mic about getting the manager of the Portland Pickles on the show. And we got also John Joseph sent this to me, and one of our favorites in the chat, James Lazat. I don't know the details, but John asked me if you and I could just send good vibes to James's way. He's going through some tough stuff right now, some family stuff, and if you can just send some good vibes to James's way, John asked us to do that. He didn't give me.
Of course, James, good vibe. James Lazat, is he okay health wise? Is that
yeah, I think so.
We got some stuff going on. Okay, dude, believe me, I'm the king of stuff going on, bro. You want stuff going on, you come talk to me. Behind the scenes, it's madness over here. So let me say this, James. It's okay, man. Trust me. If I can get through it, you can get through it. We're going to be okay. PMP is your home away from home. Just know when you're ready to come back, bro, we're here for you, man. And
100%. And I guess he suffered a major loss in his family. So
I'm sorry.
Sending love, brother. And we're here. We're here when you need us. Come on back, man, or go to the YouTube channel if you need some yucks, or to see some some mindless chatter to get your mind off.
No, sometimes that's just what the doctor ordered, though. Sometimes these kind of disposable throwaway laughs are exactly what you need to get back up on your feet. Rags is helping out too. Get right, Lizzo. We're calling him Lizzo Lazat. James Lizzo Lazat. Hey, and then Rags responded to my demand for his help that he help us book a guest from Gilmore 2, and his reply, Tony, was on it in capital letters, which brings me to my latest and next greatest riff. Since we talked about Adam Yauch last night, Tony, you know what Beastie Boys song you and I need to talk about for 5 seconds?
Go.
One of the earliest tunes they ever did. It might have even been their second single, maybe after Cookie Puss, but they had a track called She's On It. Do you remember She's On It? Which has the unforgettable lyric, even when I'm chilling, she acts pre-tarded. Pre-tarded, Tony, pre-tarded, because she's on it. Dude, she's on it, okay? I'm just throwing that out there to you. With me on She's On It?
100%, man. And why I love the Beastie Boys is because they'll mix into their rhymes, like they'll talk about please pass me the reuniti on ice.
It's a good line.
Who can bring reuniti into it? They talk about pasta with pesto. They talk about they sampled Pato Bonton. Do not sniff the coke. I only smoke Sensimilla. And
Tony, suckers write me checks and then they bounce. So I reach into my pockets for the fresh amounts. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I've got more hits than Sadahara.
My name's Mike D, and I get respect. Your cash and your jewelry is what I expect, bro. Give it up. Give it up, man. There's Bob Dylan, and then there's Mike D. My name's Mike D, and I get respect, dude. Okay, boy, I'm in, man. Yeah.
I think what time it is, Paulie. It's time to get ill. Just that. Let's just say.
What's the time? Time to get ill. What's the time? It's time to get ill. Yeah.
And dude, there's so much goodness in every single Beastie Boys album ever made. Just pick one and go. You won't lose.
If you had to pick one, actually, great question. I don't think we've ever done this together, but if you had to distill it down to one, Desert Island style, like, you're going to lose all your possessions, but you can keep one Beastie Boy record. Which one are you keeping?
Well, it's a top three. It's a toss-up between Paul's Boutique, Check Your Head, and Ill Communication.
Yeah, that's the triumvirate right there. Yeah,
those three. If you just literally chucked me one as I was diving onto a boat heading out to my deserted island, that's what I would just.
If I may, with very gentle suggestion, if I can lob one out there for you, Tony, don't sleep on the last record they ever made called Hot Sauce Committee.
Oh, dude,
dramatically underrated. Like, nobody paid attention to it, I think, because they didn't tour, and then Yauk got really sick and he passed away. But that's a really good album right there, man. I like it.
Don't sleep on To the Five Boroughs either.
No.
And Hello Nasty, like, I mean, Super Disco Breakin', Paulie. Remember the song Super Disco Breakin' and Body Movin', dude.
Body moving. Yeah. Body moving.
So moving, body moving. And then, then of course they had the hits, right? They had Sabotage, and they had why am I blanking on
even that lyric right there? Don't sleep on in Sabotage, dude. Tony. I'm gonna set it straight. This Watergate, okay? Dude. I'm gonna set it straight. Yeah.
How about what you want, dude?
That's probably my favorite of all time. That's probably my favorite Beastie track right there. That's incredible. That's heavy, man. Yeah.
And my kids went through a huge intergalactic phase. They loved the video, and they loved the song, and they loved the robot style voice, intergalactic planetary plan. And it's like, dude, well, now guess I can start going on and on. And then I see John Joseph saying Eggman, dude. Shout out,
dude. Eggman's a good one. Eggman's a good one. Pass the Mic is a good one. I like looking down the barrel of a gun. I mean, there's so many good ones. And by the way, Noemi is checking in saying, if you're talking hot sauce committee, don't forget I got my own hot sauce. Noemi, your hot sauce rules. You rule. But do me a favor. Like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, obviously. But I would be happy to help you. Sell some of this stuff. If you want to send us a link that we can display during the show so people can get a hold of you and buy some hot sauce, by all means, just email it in and we'll get it up there for you, because it's great stuff and I'd like more people to get turned on. So if you're ready, or if you want that, we're here for you, Noemi. Tony, we got some sports stuff to get into. Patrick Mahomes is in the news again today, and I'll get to that. I know. Right before the show, I got Mahomes in my face, and we'll get to that in a little bit. The Niners are dropping like flies. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Injuries ahoy down there, and they got a game Saturday night at home.
And Paulie, no timetable for Jauan Jennings, buddy. No timetable. So the more I think about it, man, the more I'm wondering. It's just like the calf, and then supposedly Shanahan's like, no, the calf injury is showing up. It's showing up on the tests. It's like, dude, there's something fishy. There's something fishy. The same way there's something fishy about Shohei, there's something fishy about Jauan Jennings' calf. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want him to be hurt, but I also don't want him to be holding out and using the calf as like a calf injury. Is like
something fishy going on. Something fishy. You're reminding me right now of Al Pacino in what was his name? Yeah, Justice for All, when he's flipping out in the courtroom at the end of the thing. He goes, "You're out of order. You're out of order." And then you're saying there's something fishy. I'll never forget Pacino. Let me do my Pacino voice. He's like, something really wrong is going on here, and he's like walking around the courtroom freaking out. I recommend And Justice for All.
Paulie, did you mention? Yeah, it is a good movie. And did you mention Pacino? Right. So stand by.
Pelican play. Come on, Pelican.
And stand by.
So say good night to the bad guy.
That's all.
Oh, bro, I need that so bad today. Final. Well, maybe not final, but one of my last comments on the Beastie Boys. Regs, this one's for you, since you threw up there. Fight for your effing right to party. Oh. True story. I'll never forget this. When I came home from college, probably my freshman year, Christmas break or something like that, that song was on in my house. And my Regs, you're going to love this. True story. My dad heard the song and he goes, I'll never forget this. My dad goes, that sounds like the kind of song Rags must love. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta fight for your right to party. So anyway, my dad was like, that sounds like a song Rags would love. And I think he was on the money on that one there, Rags. Yeah.
Paulie, also just looking at the track list for Ill Communication again, don't forget about Sure Shot, don't forget about the little punk jam tough guy, and then don't forget about Root Down, dude. Their tribute to Jimmy Smith, man, and the original track Root Down. And then of course Get It Together with Q-Tip. And then I don't know if you remember, but the song Sabrosa was the instrumental song Sabrosa, and if you heard it, you would know it in an instant. But it's on that In Sound from Way Out album. If you want to get down the Beastie Boys, the In Sound from Way Out, all their instrumental tracks we talked about yesterday.
Tony, I've been doing what I do since the get-go, and I can rock a house party till your hair turns gray. Okay, till your hair turns gray. All right. By the way, Tony, we got some business to take care of, and then we'll get into the meat of the show. Thank you guys for joining us today. It's great. I need this today. It's like my therapy, man. I'm having like a therapy session right now. I have a bunch of announcements to make today about the show, stuff related to the show. We're going to get to that. But first, Tony, a word from the great Dr. Matt Young, the great Dr. Thank you for the teeth, man. Could you fill it with smoke again since it's a 420 show? How do we do that? Give me the smoke. I want the smoke for 420. Yeah.
You might have to cover it. Why don't you cover this spot, Paulie, and just emphasize the hours for me on Saturdays and that they go till 7 p.m. And I'm going to find that smoke while you're going.
Because it was such a great visual. You can only see like the top of my head through the smoke cloud. But anyway, Dr. Matt Young is the official dentist of the Polymac Particle Show. He is the official dentist of the entire Polymac Particle community. I really do encourage you guys to give this guy a call and get down there and become one of his new patients if you haven't already. 415-392-8611. I've invited him to come to our 826 Cubs game, but he might have a conflict, he said. So I'm not sure he's going to be. I hope he can make it. But in any case, if he can't, you'll never meet a nicer guy. You'll never meet a guy who's going to calm you down more so than Dr. Matt Young. And I need that kind of like assistance when I go in. You know what I mean? He's down on 490 Post Street. You can email him anytime, inquire about an appointment, inquire about any kind of dental matter you want attended to for you, your husband, your wife, your kids, what have you. info@youngdentalsf.com. As Tony said, they are open weekdays, 8 to 7 p.m., very generous hours there. And then the good deeds of Dr. Matt Young by opening the doors on weekends to Saturday hours from 8 a.m. To 4 p.m. And he offers the whole gamut, kids. I've said this. He's in practice for over 25 years, taking care of cleanings, fillings, root canals, implants, veneers, orthodontics, emergency care. The entire team is fantastic. It's a great professional staff he has down there. He does specialize in implant surgery, by the way. So if you find yourself, pardon me, if you find yourself faced with the need for that kind of procedure, Dr. Matt Young is your guy. He's one of the best in the country. He is regarded as one of the very best, and he is also the president of the – okay, I'll take that. I don't know what's going on. It's a mouth within a mouth. And what was the backstory of this? How do we get the smoke in the mouth? What was that about again, T?
That was from the New Orleans.
Can you lean in so I can see you, buddy, over here?
That was that was
the other way. Lean in so I can see you.
There we go. That was from the New Orleans Hornets game that I went to, where the jumping through the ring of fire and they couldn't get the fire out. Remember that?
Yeah. Tony, I still don't see your grill. Get in there. The other way.
I'm trying to.
You got to go the other way.
No.
Here, can you see me? There you are. Hey, T. What's up, man? Can we do the whole show like this?
This is awful.
I love this. All right, the mouth is in the mouth filled with smoke. Thank you, Tony. You made it happen. All right, guys. So anyway, get on down to Dr. Matt Young. He's a great guy, big giant fan, family man, San Francisco guy, and he is your one-stop shop for all your dental needs. And we thank him for his sponsorship of the show. It's because of people like him that the show gets to carry on, and that includes you too, Losty. I'll get to you in just a little bit, buddy. So hang tight. Okay. We got some supers coming in. Let's take care of them. I think I saw Escobar and Pine Needle. So let's make sure we give these guys their love, T.
Yeah, stand by. I'm just going to make sure I have the right screen returning. And if we can get back to the supers, let's go to Escobar. What's up, Escobar? He says 3 MCs and 1 DJ. Nice, dude. The video is amazing in one take. Dude, Escobar, you are freaking on it, dude. Mixmaster Mike, man. Don't sleep on Mixmaster Mike of the Beastie Boys also.
Is it true that Mixmaster Mike is from like Daly City? I've heard that through the grapevine. I don't know how that could happen because they're New York kids, but I think Mixmaster Mike is from Daly City. Am I wrong?
Dude, you know who would know that is DJ Raw B. He really would. He would know that. He would absolutely know that. Hang on, I gotta stop sharing the screen too. I don't want to F things up, Paulie. Dude, Escobar, thank you for the super as always, and you're
Thanks,
on it,
Escobar.
man.
Yeah.
And Paulie, I can't remember this. Did you ever see the Beasties live? I can't remember.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I
No.
saw them just a couple times, but they were 3 times. They were incredible, dude. Like, because the last time I saw them was at the Greek Theater, where they did one set hip hop rapping and then a second set it all instrumental, and it was like, dude, this is just epic. Pine Needle is a super. Thank you, Pine Needle. He says, cheers to the army from the last great dive bar in Incline Village, the paddle wheel. Dude, Pine Needle, I was in Incline Village last weekend for the baseball tournament, dude. Great shot. Check out the Alibi Ale House. Good beers on tap there. And also check out dude, the Incline Bowling Alley. I can't stress this enough. The Incline Bowling Alley. The food at the Incline Bowling Alley is top notch, dude. We're talking poke bowls. We're talking all kinds of great Japanese inspired dishes at a bowling alley, dude. It's right next to the field we played at too. So Pine Needle, and also Pine Needle, thank you for your email. He wanted to emphasize to you and I, Paulie, that I guess Shanahan normally does have assistant coaches call plays for preseason games. So the news that Kubiak, that Kubiak's gonna be calling plays isn't that big of a news, but we'll see if it's a trend, and we'll see what happens week 1. If all of a sudden, you know what?
I think what's different about this one, Pine Needle, is I think it sounds like it's being considered for the regular season too, which would be a huge break in Shanahan tradition. And we'll see. While we're talking Niners real quick, Tony, let me just bounce a couple things off you. I do have some updates here.
Sure. Okay.
Niner general manager John Lynch, quote, doesn't think wide receiver Brandon Ayuk will be cleared for week 1. And the best part, there's no official timetable for when he's set to return. And I got a very bad feeling about this Ayuk thing. I'm just being honest. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. But starting with his doom and gloom tweets, I don't know what he was unhappy about a month ago, but he started like tweeting all this doomy stuff. And now with no timetable set for his return, I don't know. I'm just getting a weird vibe, Tony, on the whole Ayuk like returning thing. How about you?
Can I riff for a second?
Go nuts, bro. That's why we're here. Riff your A off.
Let's go live to John Lynch. Hey, John Lynch, do you know when Brandon Ayuk will be coming back?
I don't know.
Hey, John Lynch, do you know when Jauan Jennings will be coming back?
I don't know.
Hey, John Lynch, do you know why all these injuries are happening in a camp?
I don't know.
Okay, thanks, John. Thanks for your time. I appreciate that. Paula, we have a super. Sorry, dude.
I want to make something clear. Hold on. For the record, I want to say something about John Lynch, because John Lynch.
I love John Lynch, but
because I don't want him to see this and think we're like breaking his ball. I want to say that I have a ton of respect for John Lynch, and he's been incredibly good to me, like over the years. In fact, when the whole KNBR debacle went down, John Lynch freaking called me, dude. And I'm telling you, John Lynch is a great guy. And I have a lot of trust in John Lynch. I do have a lot of faith and trust in John Lynch, man. The guy knows
the above.
Yeah.
I cannot emphasize enough and echo what you're saying. So take out his name and just say, hey 49ers.
That's better. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to be attacking John. Yeah,
It's not directed at John Lynch. But I did, Matt Mayoko, I read today that Matt Mayoko said like week 6 for Ayuk, dude. Week 6.
Why bother coming back at all? Yeah, you know what I mean? They could be 2 and 4 by then.
And this is, hold on, I gotta get close encounters here for this one. Do you see the super from Patty?
Yes, let's get through this. So Patty from Napa with the donation. Thank you, dear. And she says, alert. I like that. Alert. It's like Lost in Space. Danger. Rags' girlfriend, Estelle, a.k.a. Biscuit Lady. By the way, Rags, how's Tracy doing with this whole Estelle fascination of yours? Rags' wife, Tracy, old school Jersey Italian, by the way. You don't want to mess with this girl's family. She's saying the Biscuit Lady just DM'd me. She's working on a Rags special video. Patty, you're doing the Lord's work. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this bad boy. If it's ready tomorrow, it'd make a great way to send us into the weekend for a high noon show. I'm just saying.
Dude, that would be amazing. That would be thank you, Patty, for doing the legwork on that, because that's amazing. I don't even know how you found her. I know she might be on that Cameo website where you can put like how the Phil Sims did the message for you, Paulie. So maybe that's the deal. Patty, thank you. Tip of the cap right there, because if you get something from the Biscuit Lady, from Estelle, directed at Rags or directed at PMP. I just take a bow and
I'll
say,
tell you what I hope it is. I hope it's like you would see like in these like noir movies or something. I want like a napkin with lipstick with her phone number on it. To Rags from Estelle. You know what I mean? With the lips on the napkin. Here's my number kind of thing. By the way,
like, hey, Rags, call me if you want the honey sauce. Because that was a big lyric in her. Taste the biscuit with that honey sauce, right?
But then she says something about, I don't want to get the honey sauce on my, she says something very provocative at one point. She's like, I don't want to get that. What did she say? What's the lyric?
About on her chicken wings.
Yeah, right. I'm like, what are we talking about here? Honey sauce and chicken wings? Wait, whoa. I think that's a metaphor for something else. I'm just saying. By the way, Gravy, hey, Karen Bell, good to see you too. Gravy checking in right now saying that he said the same thing. I recall last year, Brandon Ayuk was seemingly in no hurry to get back to the field. And you know what, dude? When he did come back to the field, Gravy, he wasn't playing good football. He looked like, he was dropping passes. And this is the one thing I don't understand. Mm-hmm. If you are a productive player, and I'm trying to think of a great of an example, a guy can use as an example.
Fred Warner.
Well, but not that kind of static. I think Fred Warner's probably going to the Hall of Fame. But what I was going to say is like when you're a productive player and you're getting snaps on the field and you're getting opportunities, you're generally a pretty happy player. Brandon Ayuk was dropping passes, dude, dropping balls, hitting them in the numbers in the red zone. And then he'd go online and start firing off all these angry texts. I'm like, dude, what are you pissed about? You should be pissed at yourself. Anyway, I got a high standard like Low Steve, bro, and I'm getting tired of losing Super Bowls. I'm tired of losing playoff games. I'm holding everybody accountable, dude. I'll tell you what, nice guy Paulie it's all over now. Wait till we transition to football too. We're going to give you guys a lot of serious football talk during the show, during the season. Like on Mondays, we're going wall to wall. Fridays, we'll go wall to wall. Like we're having a lot of fun now because it's the off season. But once the season starts, Tony and I are going to snap into Niner mode. It's a whole different animal.
Before we go, derail the show with songs about being tired, I do want to say, could you imagine how frustrating
songs about? I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
You're tired of this and you're tired of that and you're tired of this. We're going to talk about songs about being tired in a second, but I want to say first, could you imagine what it's like to be John Lynch and having to just deal with this like every off season now? Every off season, there's going to be something that arises. Somebody's unhappy. Somebody wants more, and then you got the injuries or not injuries. We don't know the whole calf thing. I'm not saying that Jauan Jennings is faking an injury. I'm just saying it's just odd. Something weird. Something weird's going on. He hasn't practiced since July 27th, dude.
You know what it is, Tony? It's the word. I think the word you're like looking for here is drama. I'm just sick of freaking. And by the way, shout out to that great Ice-T song, "Drama" on the Power album. Drama, effing blue lights, read them the rights. Drama, boom, boom, better, boom, boom, bam. Very sinister track, but a great track. Drama by Ice-T. Nice. I'm sick of the drama, Tony. I mean, we're just. It just seems like it's happening too much. Like every off season, there's all this nonsense going. It's like a soap opera. And then if you want to do that shit, fine, but show up ready to play. Show up ready to play, man.
Well, also, Paulie, and like John Lynch does such a great job of just presenting, to the media, presenting himself to the media, regardless of what he's dealing with, dude. He's very patient with the media. He's very, he's very forthcoming too. For as far as he can go, as far as the information that he can divulge. But I just can't imagine being in his shoes, having to deal with this kind of stuff when you want to talk about a guy who was just all about the gridiron and all about football, like Ronnie Lott, and now he's got to deal with all this off the field stuff. That's just, I know it comes with the job. But gosh, wouldn't you just love to have an off season or a training camp where there isn't all this stuff? Because dude, Now we've got Jordan James broken finger. Now we've got Michael Williams with a hyperextended knee.
I was just going to say you're on fire. I was going to roll through those. You're right. They just throw them on the pile of injuries, on the pile of injured players. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going to this game on what is it, Saturday?
Saturday at 5:30 kickoff. Yeah.
I don't want any starter on the field.
Well, you're going to have to. You got to get these guys to get some reps. I mean, I think maybe a couple of series, not very long, but you're going to get them. You got to get them. You got to get some reps in these guys, man.
Yeah, it's just tough, dude. And Leg of Lamb says, watching that fake ass dab session with Ayuk and coaching staff plus Lynch was too much last year. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I get it, man. Fans are kind of fed up, man. And the Ayuk thing is very trying because, like you said, Paulie, I don't know what can you be unhappy about. I just don't know what he could be unhappy about.
Well, before I answer that question, Tony, I got to take you to task now. I mean, you're really disappointing me now because you made a promise to the PNP community, not only to me, you made a promise to God. Dude, you made a promise to the Lord above. Most importantly, you promised me, the PNPers, God above. You said we're going to talk about songs about being tired. You never came back to it. Let's go. Give it to me. I got a great one for you right now if you need it.
Go. Yeah. Start. Go ahead.
Okay. Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon album. Okay. Nice. Near the end of the album, there's a ballad on there called So Tired. Because I'm so tired. Pretty good song, So Tired. Anyway, Tony, you're up. Go ahead. You want to talk tired?
So
Let's talk
tired of waiting for you. I can't do the vocal well.
I love that song. Well. Love that song. The Kinks did it, and then Green Day did it, but it's a Kinks song. Great track. Love that one, Tony. Very good.
It's a great track. And then we just saw Ray Goodman had something. He had, I think, the Beatles. I'm so tired. So
yes.
So tired of the Beatles. Yeah, there's a few. Patrick Patton. By the way, Patrick Patton got your email, dude. Got your videos for our show. And I want to show one of these tomorrow. I sent them to Paulie too, but man, dude, they are. They're actually, Paulie, can you stand by for a second? Let me just present something real quick to the show.
I haven't had a chance to look at these yet, Patrick. Dude, I was in DMV living hell today for most of the day, so I haven't seen the videos yet. Excuse me. So I would enjoy a little diversion right now. Show me what you got.
Yeah, you need to check this out because this was in the inbox yesterday from Patrick Patton. And I was like, oh my God, look at this guy, dude. So this is here you go. Just stand by and just enjoy the goodness from Patrick Patton. If you
Here are your particles, Paulie. Use wisely.
Dude.
Oh boy. And now, first of all, this is like an extension of going to Particle Land, kind of the same kind of vibe with that little elf guy who walks through the door. This is fantastic. Here are your particles, Paulie. And I like how we're in the little crystal ball of smoke. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Can I get a reprise on this? I need to examine this one more time.
There we go, one more time. And then there's two more that we can show tomorrow. One is Giants related. They're just badass. Here we go.
I like the flute, dude. The flute.
Here are your particles, Paulie.
God bless
Use
you, man.
wisely.
First of all, Patrick Patton, thank you for your creativity. Thank you for contributing to the show. Money, dude. It's freaking money. And by the way, that's some great stuff, man. Are you telling me there's more than one version of that, D?
Yeah, there's also well, I mean, just because you're asking, Paulie,
I kind of was. Yeah.
Why not? And we're gonna get to Carlos De La Fuente and flex funding here in a second, but he did this for the Giants. Now this is called Nephilim Giants. Stand by. Here we go. Stand by.
I'm in pole position, you dudes and back.
There you go, dude.
I can't get Patrick, dude. Phenomenal. Yeah. I love. Do you see the PMP League, dude? That was awesome, bro. Phenomenal. Did you have applause, Tony? Give him some applause, please.
I gotta load some better ones, but we got this right here. Oh, I see Nikki D. Francesco on the chat. By the way, what's up, Nikki D? And he says, Giants. By the way, I love that Nikki D went to Ireland, came back. Now David Shanklin, NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC is in Ireland. So there's something drawing the PMP familiar to Ireland. But he says Giants about to win 10 straight. Paulie, I produced Jeremy Affeld's show today, which was if you want to get some good Giants chatter, go to Bay Area Sports Collective's YouTube channel at Bay Area Sports Collective. Jeremy's latest show is up there. And dude, he was breaking it down about how, hey, don't forget, I was on a team that was 10 back going into September. Don't forget. And so he just reminders. He said you can get hot at any time, and he says he applauds the work the Buster's doing. Man, he's like he's not just getting rid of players to just get rid of the players. He's getting good players in return. He got that guy Jose Buto. I think I can't. Jeremy and I were both talking about the pronunciation. I think it's Buto, Butto, from the Mets, and also that Drew Gilbert from the Mets. They also do that, and then also Bryce Eldridge is just waiting in the wings down in AAA. So there's that as well. So, anyways, it was really good Giants chatter. Got me fired up for the final 47 games, man. They can make a push, they can make a run, and they've got the starting pitching to do it in Robbie Ray and Logan Webb, and hopefully Landon Roop coming back healthy. And dare I say a hot Verlander? Like, I mean,
you can say it. Yeah, he's one of the greatest arms of our generation. Yeah, and I don't disagree. He's finally starting to find it. I mean, it took him most of the season, but better late than never. And I'll tell you what, if he's pitching this way in September, I like the Giants' chances, because now you're talking about 3 to 4 different solid starters, like you just said. And that, to me, is the recipe for getting into the postseason. You got to have that dominant pitching.
And Paulie, if they were to get into the postseason, then that's when you tap into Verlander's postseason experience, dude. You know, and Logan Webb's postseason experience. So, dude, like, I don't know. I'm excited for I'm not done. I haven't thrown in the towel.
No, who has? I don't think anybody has.
Right. Okay. So just wanted to just reiterate that we're not throwing in the towel, because I haven't, and I assumed you weren't either, Paulie. So that's
okay. No, I haven't, Tony. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. Here's what I want to do. I want to do the Carlos De La Fuente Flex funding spot, and then when I'm done with that, I'm actually going to give you some positive 49er news. I'm going to try to change the vibe here. I have one positive. Yeah.
And then let's do a Tony's top 3 to round out the show.
Well, do I get to show I don't have to do this at all, by the way, but my little jaunt into the city today. Do you want to show some of the horror show, like the pictures?
100%.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we got stuff. Okay. So Tony, Carlos De La Fuente, I don't see him on the line today. He might be here. He might not. I'm not sure if he is, but anyway, Carlos rules. We talk to him on a daily basis, even when he's not doing spots with us, just because he's a cool guy. Flex funding. Listen, we've talked about his services and the fact that sooner or later, man, if it hasn't come yet, it most likely will. The time will come. Time has come today. Time. You're going to need some financial help at some point, some financial guidance, some financial assistance. And that means all of us. I mean, unless you're trained and schooled in those areas, you're best served to be working with a pro in your corner, a professional mortgage broker, a professional money lender. That's Carlos. He takes care of it all, especially when it comes to like tweaking your mortgage, redoing your mortgage. A home equity line of credit, a HELOC loan is a very, very common thing. If you need some cash, a home equity line of credit is something that Carlos specializes in. He's partnered with this great lender. They have kind of a dynamic twosome thing happening here. So when you have when you have those issues in your life, you want to be working with a guy that you can trust. You want to be working with a stand-up guy. And Carlos is one of us, man. He's a Bay Area native. He's San Francisco native, to be a little bit more exact. He's 26 years of experience in the business. And again, no appraisal fees. He's a rock solid stand-up guy, and he's a straight shooter. He's not about like trying to club you with like hidden fees and stuff like that. You're not going to get any of that with Carlos. You're going to get it all above boards, fast closings, usually within 8 days. And if you just need a loan, like that you can simplify it to that point too. If you're like, well, I rent an apartment, but I still need money. Listen, he takes care of loans too. So talk to Carlos about the variety of services that he offers, Tony. And don't forget, he's licensed in California, meaning he can help you no matter where you are. Because I know we do have listeners. I think John Joseph is close to like the Sacramento area. And I know we have other listeners in different parts of the Bay, pretty far out there. So I'm just saying, don't be scared off if you're like, well, he's in San Francisco, I'll never get a hold of him. No. He's going to take care of you no matter where you are. So, Tony, I think that's something to consider.
No question. And Paulie, hashtag one-stop shop for Carlos De La Fuente, whether it's a debt service coverage ratio loan, or if it's a VA loan, or a reverse mortgage, or a private money loan, or an Alt-A loan, or a HELOC loan. I mean, a reverse mortgage, all these things he knows all about all of these. Yes, he specializes in the HELOCs, right? He can turn those around pretty quickly in like 8 days, but usually around 30 days for everything else. But still, he knows all about all this stuff. And what I love about Lowe's too, he's such a good dude. Like, and he has had a couple stories about working with veterans, and he educates veterans on the fact that that the VA loans are like they're specific for veterans looking to buy or refinance and owner occupied property, and they don't need a down payment, right? And they don't even need mortgage insurance for these loans. And most veterans don't know this. So I remember sharing a story a couple weeks back about how he educated the real estate agent and the veteran about this, and they were able to get in the house. So it's that kind of stuff where Los's knowledge is helping these people out, and it's why we love Los. Love Los, trust Los, and learn with Los on August 26th, by the way, too, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony. Well said, my brother. And I told you that I would get, and thank you, Carlos, very much, man. You're the best. I told you guys that I would give you some positive 49er news. So, Tony, grab something. Here it comes. Let me just make sure I got the right report up here before I read the wrong thing. Okay, here it is. Positive 49er news, courtesy of none other than the guy we talked about last night. We speculated, was he dosed? Was he running laps around the polo field during the weekend? Was he bench pressing that windmill in the middle of Help on the Way, Slipknot, Franklin Stout? Maybe. But anyway, Nick Bosa is back. He's back at practice today. And apparently he kicked the living snot out of the out of the Denver Bronco offensive line, including our old buddy Mike McGlinchey, bro. He was flinging Mike McGlinchey around today like a rag doll, apparently. And they say he looks healthy and looks to be in the best shape of his life. So that's very positive. And dude, poor Mike McGlinchey. Remember, he was a first-round draft pick. Great on the run, but when it came to pass protection, bro, guys were, I mean, you could have beat Mike McGlinchey in a pass rush, dude. I just remember every time the ball was snapped, he would just start backing up with his hands. He would just have his hands out backing up. I'm like, here's another bad situation for Jimmy Garoppolo or Brock Purdy, whoever's under center. But anyway, Bosa was kicking McGlinchey's ass today, Tony. I thought you would enjoy that.
I freaking love that, Paulie. And it just yesterday we were wondering why Bosa hadn't practiced since last Friday. So that's great news. And if we have a yoked out, zero body fat Bosa with a soul full of Grateful Dead music, I think it's a winning combination, Paulie, for this season, coming into the season. And I feel like he has got to be on a mission to get back to the Super Bowl, right? I mean, I obviously it's every team's mission, but I feel like he is hell-bent being that close, right? Being that close. And dude, we don't have to talk about the holding call on that pass to Tyreek.
Do you want to talk about the 10-point blown leads with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter? Do you want to talk about that? Like, I'm just throwing that out there. You can talk about that if you want to.
The scars are deep, man. The scars are deep.
I'm trying to exercise them by making jokes about it, but believe me, it hurts. It hurts inside a lot. When you have a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl with 8 minutes and change left, you got to figure a way out to close that bad boy out. I'm just saying. Come on, man. Let's get it done. Sanchi, Paulie, who takes the longer line bracket? Dead and Company or SFDMV? You know what? I'm so glad you asked. Thank you, Sanchi, for the donation. Pardon me. I'm losing my voice today. Tony, I can answer that question with a visual. I sent you a picture of the godforsaken line I was standing in today. Why don't you show that to Sanchi real quick if you can? Just a couple of highlights, Sanchi, from my morning. I don't know what you guys were doing, drinking your coffee, reading the sports page, going to work like gentlemen. I was standing there, which is basically the DMV in San Francisco. It's like the end of civilization. There it is. There it freaking is. Sanchi, does that answer your question?
I mean,
take it. Everybody's miserable. Take the super down so I can see the full thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sanchi. Thanks, bro.
Hold on a second, dude. What time of the day are we talking here, Paulie?
So first of all, let me just say this. I had a 9:50 a.m. appointment, and that is why I couldn't do the show at 11 today. So what I did was I'm like, I'm not messing around. I'm driving into the city early as hell. I'm going to be the first cat standing on those steps when they open that door. So I get there, and I thought maybe they'd squeeze me in early and get me out of there. No, go back to, we'll come call you at 9:50 when it's time. So I checked in. They're like, you go stand over there and jerk off and wait for us to call you. So that's what I did. I'm just standing there. And then they finally call me. And, that's when I was walking in. Yeah, you got the appointments line. That was my line right there. I was the first guy there. They're opening the doors. I'm like, let's rock. No, that's for later. That's the treat for later. Yeah, you're all over. What are you doing? All over the place. So anyway, that was me on the right, and still had to wait a long time. So what happened was they go, "What are you here for?" And I'm like, "I'm here to renew my license." So like, okay, great. Take this. I had to go do a quick eye test. I passed that. Then they go ahead and get in that line to have your photo retaken. That's the freaking line to get my photo. It wrapped around the entire building, Tony, the whole building. So I basically stood there for an hour just waiting to get a little headshot snapped. And then I was on my way. And best part is, you don't even walk out with a license. You understand?
No,
They give you like a temporary piece of paper, which I guarantee you I'll lose. I guarantee it. And then they say they're going to mail. Here's the best part. We'll mail you the new license in 4 to 6 weeks. In most cases, dude. In most cases, in parentheses. How much you want to bet? Because there's one thing that hates Polymac in the universe, and that's like law and order. And like instructions and things like that. Like I don't jibe with like instructions. I don't jibe well with lines. Law and order, always a touchy subject for me. So I'm saying right now, I'm willing to put heavy money on the fact that I will be one of those exceptions to the 4 to 6 week rules. Anyway, that was my morning. You asked, I'm answering your question right there.
Paulie, when it comes to the DMV, stand by.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
No, dude, it's like Apocalypse Now over there, man. It's like Mad Max Thunderdome. See if you can make it through this without like losing a limb, because everybody in there is pissed off. And have you ever noticed that like when I go up, I'm like, here's my papers, here's my thing, here's my picture. Thanks for the time. Got to go. See you later. And I'm out. But everybody else, what? Oh, I got to stand here. Oh, like here. Oh, not my papers, man. What? Like everybody's like totally confused. It's like they lose their common sense when they break the plane of the DMV in San Francisco. It was a hell of a day, Tony, as you can see.
This is you walking up to the counter. Hey, I've got my, am I at the right window?
Oh no.
That's what they say right back to you, Paulie. And then you walk in and say, here's my license, here's my registration, here's my expired license. I need a new license. And the person says,
Oh, good for you.
Pretty much, dude. Pretty freaking much. I'm like, I got my $45 right here. I filled out all my paperwork. Can I please get my picture so I can go home?
Oh, good for you.
Essentially, that was the conversation. You're not that far off, man. You are not far off the mark. Yeah. Oh, good for you. So finally, I broke the hell out of that joint. And Tony, I parked up on that is on Fell and Baker. So I was walking back to my car. Dude, what do I stumble onto? I didn't even know. Baker Street on the corner of Baker and Fulton. There is now a Bob's Donuts, dude. And I used to live on Baker Street. That was not there when I lived there. And these Bob's Donuts, I took a couple of pictures, as you can see. I'm talking gourmet donuts here, dude. And by the way, look at the sign. Please don't touch the glass. It upsets our donuts. You see that?
Our donuts get nervous.
There it is. Yeah, our donuts get nervous. Fantastic. So I've lost my mind because just for the record, if anybody's asking, I love donuts. It's like I could eat donuts all day long. Yeah, look at this with the Cheerios on them and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Go to the next picture and look at some of these gourmet flavors they're serving up at Bob's. Wait do you see this next one? Like
here we go.
Yeah, look at this, man. Like
Hawaiian strawberry malasada, with mango, pineapple, custard, or guava. Jesus, dude.
I know they're not messing around, bro. They're not messing around there. How about Hawaiian strawberry filled? I was like, what are you kidding me? So anyway, Tony, I bought 2 donuts. I brought them home. I'm going to eat them tonight for dinner. After I indulge in a little bit of that devil lettuce, perhaps.
Ooh, look at the, hold on, Satan,
AKA the devil.
Dude, the malasada, dude, look at that. That is the blueberry and the chocolate one.
That's what I bought. I bought one of those blueberry donuts right there. I haven't eaten it yet, but I got it downstairs. Yeah, I'm psyched for that tonight. Anyway, that's how I spent my day, kids. I was in DMV hell, and then I rewarded myself with a couple of donuts, like a gentleman will. Tony, are you a donut enthusiast like me? If they weren't bad for me, I'd eat them all day, every day.
Dude, shout out Voodoo Donuts in Portland, Oregon, man, because geez, when I lived up there, dude. Oh yeah, Karen Bell right there. She says, I think that all that Fruit Loop nonsense started in Voodoo Donuts in Portland. It did. They had a maple bar with bacon draped on top of the maple bar. And also the thing about Voodoo Donuts is it stayed open until like 3 a.m, dude. So you could go carouse all night, and then at the end of the night, the bar kicks you out. Then we're gonna go get donuts, dude. So Voodoo Donuts in Portland, I was a big fan. I think it's in the airport now too at PDX as well. But yes, Karen Bell, I think you're right. I think it did the Fruit Loops and the Fruity Pebbles and all that stuff on the donuts started at Voodoo Donuts. But I do love a good donut, man.
Me too. I wish they were good for you. I'd be eating them right now. I'd have one.
I used to say to my kids,
bam, bam, bam. Yeah.
I used to say to my kids all the time, like, isn't it funny that somebody said, you know what? Let's take a bunch of dough and then roll it in sugar, or no, then deep fry the dough and then we're gonna roll it in sugar. How about that? What do you think? Oh, and
How
if you
about
want
this? Then another guy came in and goes, let's not stop there. Let's squirt some jelly in that bad boy and let's put some chocolate frosting on that S. Now we're talking. And give me some sprinkles on top, maybe some chopped nuts. I don't know. Could go any direction. By the way, Patty from Napa, great call. She said, you know what? Bob's Donuts should be a sponsor of the show. That's a really good idea.
Ooh,
now, the sad commentary is, Tony, I might be wrong about this. Maybe you guys can help me on the comment line, but I think the original Bob Donuts on Polk Street closed.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not 100% sure, but I heard some rumors that they were closing, so I'm not sure they're still open. This one was more of a like gourmet shop, as you can see. They really weren't serving up traditional donuts at this joint. There was like all this mango and guava and all this stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, Patty, I love the idea, but I don't know if it's still in business. I hope they are, but I'm not sure.
Paulie, just to respond to a couple things I see on the chat. First of all, Sweet Mad Hatter, dude, he sent an email with actually some good pictures of edibles that he's making that we can share on tomorrow's show.
Who sent those?
Sweet Mad Hatter. But he also shared the news that the Eugene Emeralds are not leaving Eugene. They're staying in Eugene. There was talk about them going to Redmond, Oregon, but they're staying in Eugene. That's great news for Sweet Mad Hatter. And then also Leg of Lamb. Good to see you all in the chat, Leg of Lamb. He says, where does a cronut, he or she, excuse me, I apologize. Where does a cronut rate in your line of pastries, Paulie? I'm down. Are you down with a cronut? And so is Leg of Lamb is down. So
I got to be honest with you. First of all, the name is making me laugh. Cronut sounds like the Cro-Mags, the punk rock band out of New York, who I almost got killed at a Cro-Mag show. Literally, I got stunned.
Where was that gig? Do you remember where you saw
the I saw the Cro-Mags in Boston. I saw them open for Motorhead. Nice. And dude, no, this was not bro, I walked into that show like totally green, naive, and I was like, hey, look at this, man. I got great seats. I'm right up on the stage here. All of a sudden the Cro-Mags walk out because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And they brought all these skinhead dudes up from New York City, like 30 of them. And when the band started, I was on the ground. It was knees and elbows as far as the eye can see. But they pulled me back up, thank God. But it was I'm telling you, that's a rough crowd, dude. You go to a Cro-Mag show, wear a helmet. I want to go back to cronuts. I'm fascinated. I got to tell you, I got to plead ignorance. I'm not sure I know what a cronut is.
I think it's a croissant that's also a donut, and it's a combination of a cronut. And I'm
sounds like something I would love. Yeah, it sounds like I would love that.
Yes, I love a good croissant, dude. Especially like my son loves the croissants that have chocolate inside of them, like they're infused with chocolate or chocolate chips or whatever. Hold on, Ray Goodman is a super. He said, as a kid, I'd hit Dunkin' Donuts after the dentist. Nice.
That's a gangster move. That's a gangster move. You get that fresh sting. You know what I mean? And don't forget the story that Dr. Young told us when he was on the show that one day when he was doing like his trial period in Philadelphia or whatever. He was working as a dentist in Philly, and he had a Philly patient. And the guy's like, hey, doc, can I have 5 minutes? I got to go downstairs and I got to call my mom or something like that. 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by. Dr. Young looks out the window. The guy's down there with an ice cream cone in one hand and a cigarette in the other. The guy that he was just working on is downstairs smoking butts and eating ice cream. Philly's in the house, y'all. Philly's in, and thank you, Ray, very much, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome, Ray. Yes, Paulie, I wanted to ask you a quick question. We were going to do a top three, but we don't have to do a top three. But the question that I really wanted to get to in the top three is, well, I'm going to first of all thank you, Ray, for the super. Second of all, Paulie, I'm going to give you some stats. I'm going to tell you this: batting average 329, 8 home runs, 28 RBIs. Okay,
those are my kind of numbers. Tony, I'm old fashioned. I'm crazy like this. I like a good batting average. I know.
Me too, dude.
Burn me at the stake. You know what I mean? Because nobody likes batting averages anymore. Yeah, what's his WAR? What's his OPS? You know what? I like a good batting average. Sue me. Yeah,
me too, brother. And so those are the numbers for Bryce Eldridge over his last 20 games in AAA. Again, batting 329, 8 home runs, 28 RBIs. Paulie, are you ready to see Bryce Eldridge? Not yet, or the time has come today? What are your thoughts?
By the way, I just happened to. You guys are the freaking. One of these days, I would just like to watch the show. I really would. I'd love to join you guys in the comments because I look over, I see a lot of funny stuff. For example, Nikki DiFrancesco just posted, no explanation, T3. Yeah. That's all it says, T3. Well, I love you. I love Nikki DiFrancesco.
Tony's top 3.
There you go. Just to indulge Nikki D. There we go. Just give him one.
Do I want? Yes, I want to see this kid. I'm one of these guys who said, like, I I like to call listen to this comment I'm about to make. I do. I like the teams that cultivate the talent. They're not afraid to go to it. And frankly, what's the worst that could happen? He falls on his face. Okay, so we'll get him back down and get him some more at bats, and we'll see him again next year, hopefully. But like, what do they have to lose? Would be my question. They need offensive pop. They need a little bit of a push. Why not take a look at him? That's me. I don't know. How do you feel?
I go back and forth, man, because I see those numbers and I'm like, damn, dude, that's money, you know. But then I'm like, oh God, I just don't. Is he ready? Is he ready? I guess there's no way to tell.
How do you find out if he's ready until you bring him up, though?
I don't know. I mean, like, has he had enough time in AAA is basically the question. And I don't know the answer to that question. That's for the professionals to figure out. But I love
honestly, as a baseball guy, which you are, the honest question here: how many, outstanding seasons do you need to see before you feel like, okay, that's a good sample size? I think he's ready. Because you say, I don't know if he's ready. Like, how does anybody know when anybody's ready? I don't know.
I feel like one full AAA season would be like ideal, really, to get really exposed, because the difference between AAA pitching and Major League pitching is big. It's big. So, I'm love that he's crushing it down there, and he's a physical specimen, dude. But and I love that he's a lefty. I love that too, and he plays at first base.
Distilled it down to its essence. She goes, "Is it safe?" Great call, dude. Shout out French Connection. No, Marathon Man. Is it safe? Poor Dustin Hoffman, bro. They got him strapped in a chair. He has no idea what's going on. Is it safe? Guy asks him like 100 times, starts drilling into his teeth with no Novocaine. If you haven't seen, and that ain't Rain Man, that movie. That ain't no cute and cuddly Dustin Hoffman. That's Dustin Hoffman getting tortured. But yes, is it safe, Karen Bell? I feel you. Yes.
Yeah, and also you got Dom Smith, who's playing some good ball right now. He has an 11-game hitting streak going on right now. So it's not like you need Eldridge right at the current moment. But I'd like to see what he can do. But I don't want him to come up with the attitude like, oh, you're a necessary cog in the wheel to get us into the postseason. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on the kid as he makes his debut in the bigs. I want to see more from Devers, and Adames is actually playing good ball. Adames has turned it on in the second half. He's playing
great. He's playing great baseball, Adames. Yes. And
Dom Smith is playing some good ball. I wonder if Tyler Fitzgerald's going to come back up at all, but Casey Schmidt, Casey Schmidt is, you want to talk about somebody who swings out of his ass, by the way, is Casey Schmidt, dude. He takes some hacks 3-1 that I'm just like, Jesus, dude. He just, as Kruko would say, he got both cheeks into that one, right? Like he needs a chin strap, like the Young Lee chin strap. God, wow. I really like the idea of the chin strap, Paulie, even if it was just a riff for the show that we presented Jung Hoo Lee with the chin strap. So
listen to me. You want to know who wears a chin strap, Tony? This is the end, the start and end of the entire debate. Get the Tekashi music ready, because I'm telling you right now, when he gets on that tricycle and starts pounding beers, I'm pretty sure they strap it in, T. I'm pretty sure he's strapping on a chin strap as he's going to work on the racetrack. So if Tekashi wears one, they can all wear one.
All right, stand by. Here we go.
By the way, yeah, dude, yeah, bro. Oh, maybe not. He's not wearing a chin strap. Is he?
He is. He's got a chin strap on, dude. It's hard to see. It's not. You can't zoom in on it anymore, but he's wearing a chin strap, dude.
Leave that there for a second, because I want to shout out my guy on the right, that white dude with the Daisy Dukes on and the white T-shirt just standing there. I just want people to know, because my kids have asked me this, Dad, why did you wear shorts so short like that back in the 80s? And I always tell them, James, Tommy, I'll tell you why right now. Because when you went to the store, that's all they had. There was no such thing as the Fab Five at Michigan. There was no baggy shorts. You had to blaze Daisy Duke style gym shorts back in our day, and that guy is more evidence of that, more proof of that right there. So shout out to my tall guy with the Daisy Dukes. It's a tough look, T. Yeah,
Paulie, that tall guy with the Daisy Dukes is none other than the original Anthony Edwards, not Ant-Man in Minnesota. The original Anthony Edwards, who played the role of Gilbert in Revenge of the Nerds. That is Gilbert right there running alongside. So if you
but the diversity, because he turns around, next thing you know, now he's Goose. Now he's flying right alongside Tom Cruise. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's getting it done. Tony, I gotta say, thank you for the Tekashi. What?
Tekashi would be a phenomenal Halloween costume, by the way. Just saying. Just saying.
Somebody can get mad though. So people get so upset these days though. They'd say, it's cultural appropriation because you're dressing like a Japanese guy. But I would just say, listen, it's a tribute. That's all it is. It's a freaking tribute to one of the great heroes of my childhood, Tekashi. You know what I mean? Because by the way, he won the race, dude. He was victorious.
He won the race while chugging beer, by the way. And I got to give Escobar a love. I see him in the chat right now. He says, shout out to the Far Side's track, Yamama. And dude, Escobar, that album and that track, man, I freaking love you for bringing that up. Because, dude, the whole song is basically mom jokes that the Far Side is saying to each other, Paulie. The whole song is, your mama's got a peg leg with a kickstand. Like all the, he says, your mama's got an afro with the chin strap is one of the lines. Your mama's got an afro with the chin strap. And dude, that's, thank you, Escobar. You made me laugh and so that was great, dude.
Hey. Rags is giving me permission. Okay, good. Thank you, Rags. Rags says I can beat Tekashi because Rags is half Asian, and as my friend, he's giving me license. I got the green light. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, Rags. Rags is Filipino, by the way, if you don't know that, who turned me on to the great pleasures of eating adobo, one of my favorite dishes of all time. Rags, I cook adobo at home now, dude. I do it myself. But I got first tasted it at your house, and it was always really good. Hey, Tony, what was I going to say? A couple things here, and then I know we got to go. We both got to go today because of the weird time. Yeah. I've noticed that this 4:20 start time is conducive to like enjoying yourself with a couple of drinks, enjoying yourself with a couple of puffs on Mother Nature's finest. Because I see Patty said she's 2 glasses of wine deep. I saw Karen Bell. Karen Bell goes, I'm 2 Negronis deep. Ooh. I need a chin, and she goes, I need a chin strap. Karen Bell, I love it, dude. Tony. Do we do the first annual Chin Strap Award when we do the PMPs and the Hans Lufa? Write that down. We're going to have a chin strap. We'll give away a chin strap to one of our listeners. I got to have a chin strap around here somewhere. We'll find one.
I love the Chin Strap Award. I love people wanting a chin strap. The chin strap inspired by Jung Hoo Lee, by the way, for those that aren't aware. Jung Hoo Lee, his helmet.
Well, he needs one. Just on a functional basis, he needs one.
Also, you know what I'm going to pour myself tonight? Thank you, Karen Bell, for the inspiration. I'm going to pour myself a Negroni tonight because, man, I haven't had one in a while, and that is a damn fine drink.
Okay, 2 last things, and then we'll get out of here, you guys. One of them is I want to remind everybody, or if you're just joining us late, thank you so much for working with us today and shifting the time around. I actually had a lot of fun today. This kind of worked out really well. But I want to say that the musical assignment has been handed out. We will take songs tomorrow about grass, reefer, marijuana, pot. Any other names I'm forgetting, Tony? Herbal delish.
Yeah.
Herbs are good for everything.
Just a quickie.
Sure. No, you can bring in some Bob Marley, whatever it is. Peter Tosh, legalize it. I don't care. As long as it's about reefer, it's going to be accepted by the judges. So that's the musical assignment. Number 2, Tony, what reefer?
I love the term reefer, dude. It does not get enough love.
I got a great Aerosmith bootleg from 1978. They're playing in Chicago. And like after the second song, Steven Tyler's talking to the crowd. And he goes, damn, man. He goes, you guys are smoking some reefer. He says that like, because he goes, I can smell you guys are smoking some reefer. Shout out to Steven Tyler talking reefer in 78. Okay, Tony, I want to say one last thing in that I worked up a little piece courtesy of my friend Brian Connors, who goes way back with the Grateful Dead folks. He called me 2 days ago. This is a true story. He called me 2 days ago and he goes, hey, Paulie, have you thought about writing? I'm not kidding. He's out of nowhere. He goes, have you thought about writing an essay about your weekend at the Grateful Dead shows in Golden Gate Park? And I was like, no, not really. And he goes, well, you should. He goes, you should do that. He goes, why don't you write up a piece? I'd love to read it and stuff like that. So you know what? I did. I decided to take him up on it. He gave me the inspiration and I did it. So after the show today, we're going to post the essay that I literally just finished writing it this afternoon. So it's about my weekend in Golden Gate Park with the Grateful Dead. Tony, we'll put it on Facebook and we'll put it on Twitter. Excuse me, Instagram, right? Facebook and Instagram. Is that the best way?
Yeah, we'll put it on all of our social media, but like there'll be a link on Twitter because you can only post so much on Twitter. On Instagram, we'll be able to put the full text. On Facebook, we'll be able to put the full text. Otherwise, we'll just put the link to click on it and enjoy because it's
okay.
Yeah, I'll be posting that. I would say within the hour after the show.
Thank you very much. So anyway, check that out, you guys. It's my first ever published piece on social media. I'm putting it up there. But hey, it's from the heart. I'm just writing about my experiences, what I saw, what I felt, what the music did to me, and every word was from the heart. So look for that in about an hour, the Grateful Dead essay I just put up there. And then secondly and finally, a little bit more love for our sponsors on the way out the door. And that begins with Dr. Matt Young. If you can go Teeth one more time, I'd appreciate it, Big T. I want to talk about – what's that?
I said, yeah, you bet. And also, well, I have a shout out to give at the end of the show, but go ahead.
Okay, so as we are here in the chompers of life, you see them, you love them. It's the Young Dental SF group. Believe me, they're going to take great care of you. I would not steer you guys wrong in any facet, whether it comes to, the services of Carlos, whether it comes to great pizza, whether it comes to the artistic endeavors of Don Peralta. Oh, by the way, who was at 9 Inch Nails last night? He's got a lot of videos. We can show those tomorrow on the show. He took a lot of really cool pictures, shot some video. We'll share that tomorrow. But in the meantime, Dr. Matt Young will take care of you, man. That's the key message I want to impart to you guys. You're in great hands with Dr. Matt Young. He's a really good dude, 25 years in the business. His prices are reasonable. His staff is great. They take all the major insurance companies. Shouldn't have any problem there. And they will put you at ease. For me, that was the most important thing. And then the work he does is exceptional. Shoot him an email, info@youngdentalsf.com. You can also call him anytime. Call his office, 415-392-8611. Thank you, Dr. Matt Young, very much. On to Los D, one of my favorite dudes out there, man. He's always got his ear to the Niner grindstone. He's always checking it out and putting his comments online. I want to remind everybody that Carlos will be with us on 8/26. The Learn with Los event is in full swing. I believe we've sold out the initial allotment of tickets, or we're down to one. So we're going to fortify that with another row of tickets. We should have that info set up for next week. So if you got people that want to come, because I have people asking me for tickets and I don't have any. So we'll try to release some more next week because I know other people want to join us. And it's going to be a great time. But Los, this whole event really was Carlos's idea.
Yep.
So as I always say, if you do have questions about your mortgage, if you have questions about loans, if you have questions about HELOC loans specifically, you can talk to Carlos that night in a very relaxed environment. We're all going to be hanging out, having a bunch of laughs, having a great time. Call Carlos in the meantime and start that dialogue, 925-250-4894. You know what you can do with Carlos? Break the ice by talking Niners. Say, hey, Carlos, what are the 3 things that are driving you crazy about the Niners? Because he's got a list of like 25. He'll unload on you, man. And he's got great passion as a Niner fan, and I love that. Email Carlos @myflexnow.com. Call Carlos, 925-250-4894. T. Your final thoughts, and then we will we'll go into our evenings as a group. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, on that note, we will have more information about extra tickets being added. I think we sold out of our first 40 tickets for August 26th, Learn with Los, but I think we're trying to get at least another row of tickets. So we'll have more information on it by Monday in regards to that. And also we'll continue our Pizza Fest contest tomorrow as well. And again, it's Learn with Los on August 26th, Section 204, club level. We're going to get together at Left-Eldridge Pizza beforehand from about 3:30 to 5:30. And then we're going to go from there from 5:30. We'll get over to the ballpark and catch first pitch at 6:45. So the website is scrolling on the bottom. If you want to see it, it's the Jot Form website if you want to take a screenshot. Otherwise, you can find the website at our YouTube channel. After you like and subscribe, then you can basically click on that website and near our bio, and you can buy merch, you can buy tickets, and peruse at your leisure. Thank you, Bob.
I want to shout out the aspiring botanist, my main man, Hunter. He's a San Rafael guy just like me, and I just saw it went flying by, so I can't quote it exactly right now, but it said aspiring botanist, top 5 reasons we're here: Paulie, Tony, weed, sports, and I think the other one was music. That's pretty much it, bro. That's the show in a nutshell, and I'm glad you dig it because those are our areas of expertise. And I always love seeing you, aspiring botanist. Great to have you on board today. Thank you, Scarlet Fire.
He says the top 5 reasons are Paulie, Tony, music, sports. Paulie, Tony is 1. then music, then sports, then weed, then Tekashi is the fifth one. So
of course, I don't want to leave out Tekashi. All right, Tony's Halloween costume in a couple of months would be a pretty badass look, dude. And if you had your wife dress up as Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, you'd have like matching suits. The yellow leather with the stripe. It's pretty much the same outfit, essentially.
Totally.
Just throwing it up.
Or you could wear the suits, the hazmat suits that Beastie Boys wear in the Intergalactic video too. So there's also that as well. And Paulie, I just want to
hazmat suits, dude. Okay, hazmat suits,
dude. I freaking love it, dude. And you were talking reefer earlier. Shout out to Sublime. The track, I forget what track it is, but they have a soundbite where it's like, furthermore, I wouldn't be surprised if they were smoking marijuana cigarettes. And then there's a bong rip sound effect, and then he goes, reefer, like that, dude. And by the way, speaking of Sublime, Bradley, the lead singer who passed away at a very young age, I think he was 27. I think he was one of those 27s. His son has now taken over the lead vocals for Sublime, and he looks and sounds just like Bradley, and it's a fantastic thing to happen for Sublime. They did great without, with Rome, that singer too. But this guy is like, it's just the way it's supposed to be. This guy's taking over, and it sounds great. And they have a new track out, and they're going to release a new album out later this year. And I always love Sublime, so I just want to get that up there too, Paulie.
Shout out to Sublime's version of Scarlet Begonias on the way out the door, team. Might as well give them some love there for playing Grateful Dead too. Thank you guys so much. Always a pleasure. Karen Bell, Lega Lamb, Rags, John Joseph, all Joe Schmo, Nutter, Noemi. Great time today, you guys. Really had a lot of fun. I needed this, dude. I really do. Very therapeutic for me today. I needed this show. We'll have the Grateful Dead essay up in about an hour for you guys, so check it out. Hope it's good. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll be back. We'll do it again tomorrow at noon. High noon, that is, y'all, with our musical assignment songs about reefer. Somebody smoking some reefer. And then, Tony, of course, we got Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post joining us as well.
Yes, we do. And Paulie, stand by. So yeah, Paulie, high noon tomorrow. I look forward to it. We'll round out the week. It'd be a really fun way to finish out the week. And then we also have some emails to share. I want to share those tomorrow. And like you said, pictures from Dom Peralta as well from 9 Inch Nails. Sanchu send in some cool stuff. Sweet Matt Hatter send in some cool stuff. Again, email us, pauliespot@gmail.com. And I look forward to tomorrow, buddy.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for rolling with the punches today. And we'll see you tomorrow at high noon. Cheers, y'all.
Peace.